Lastly, we've got another one that was up Michael's alley, and I don't think this is, at the end of the day, is a huge deal breaker, but it's still kind of a big deal nonetheless. And that's that Mission Impossible 7 and 8, whatever they're going to be called, Mission Impossible We Kill Off Benny or
No,
Ving Rhames' character, uh,
don't you say that.
they are no longer filming back to back. However, this isn't immediately cause for concern. Mission Impossible 7 is still theoretically, God willing and the creek don't rise, coming out at the end of this year. The only reason they are not shooting back to back is now due to other film delays and just the landscape of the movie world. Tom Cruise has other obligations. He's got to do that thing that no celebrity likes to do, publicity tours. He's got some other movie coming out called Top Gun Maverick coming out soon.
Heard of that one?
So he's got to do press for that, and that unfortunately has to take him away from shooting Mission Impossible 8. So it's Mission Impossible 8 is still scheduled to come out, I believe, holiday season 2022, so next year. I don't think this is the biggest thing, but I don't know. There's still something there. Do you think with these delays, it ultimately impacts the movies at all, Michael? You think they're still connected, or how do you think this is going down?
Yeah, I just think it's just a logistical nightmare to try to do both these films, considering everything else that's going on right now. So, just like any sort of creative direction, that they want to go maybe in a different direction with the final story, and they need to have some more time to flush it out. So that's totally fine with me. I have complete confidence. Like I don't care how much it's delayed. If there's reshoots, they have earned my trust. It's just sad that we won't get to see them as quick. But Tom Cruise isn't getting any younger, so he can only almost kill himself so many times.
Mm.
So it'll be interesting to see what type of stunts they do, not just in 7, but also 8. But I think they're going to be connected still. But given everything else, I think this was kind of writing on the wall.
Yeah, it just makes sense. I'm trying to think if we've talked about this or not. Do you actually believe Tom Cruise and the rest of the crew when they say that 8 will be the final Mission Impossible, or do you think they will wait and see how the box office returns are?
Well, if Fast and Furious is any indication, then money is always the X factor. But I think these will continue to make money. That I think is going to be a given. But maybe just in this iteration, maybe they introduce some new cast, planting seeds in 7 and 8, or maybe just planting in 8 is kind of like handing the torch off. But it would not be Mission Impossible. It would be something, maybe kind of like a spin-off series starting its own thing.
Hmm.
I think that's probably more a responsible way of doing it. But if you said, let's bring people back together, I think if they brought people back together for 9, I think I'd like to see them change up and go in a different direction and kind of touch on some new themes. I don't know if I'd want the same director as well, because I don't want them to ruin their welcome. I want it to be, you go out on a strong note and that's it. Don't try to capture the magic in a bottle like 4 times.
So, I've got a thought here, which is never
All right.
good. So the IMF, I'd imagine, is not just Ethan Hunt and his 3 friends that he happens to be in close proximity for that movie. Thankfully, we've gotten more set team within the past few movies. But how would you feel as a longtime Mission Impossible fan? How would you feel if 8 is the end of the Ethan Hunt story, but we keep Mission Impossible movies, maybe with Ethan Hunt staying on as the director of the IMF, and he's the one that charges people with the missions every movie. That way Tom Cruise is still involved, both as a producer, but also narratively, he's still involved. Ethan Hunt is now just the one assigning the impossible missions, and maybe every once in a while he'll join them on a mission. It doesn't completely ever rule him out. It just phases his character in the next stage of life. Is that something you'd be interested in, or you think that's a little too out there for Tom Cruise?
Yeah, I mean, other than like his short scene in Tropic Thunder. I mean, which was so niche
I am
to begin
talking
with.
scorched earth, mother effer. I will massacre you. Can you find out who that was, please?
That yeah. So but that was a scene in which he like dominated. So how do you unsee Tom Cruise and have him as a side character? I have no idea. I like it from a narrative perspective, but from a realistic like production standpoint, I don't ever see that happening.